Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to the Love First podcast. It's your boy Don.
It's your boy Wraith.
Yes, that's we're missing one person from the Love First podcast right now. That's Reaven. He's on a spiritual retreat, getting his mind right, getting it together. But you know, we'll see him on soon.
Shout out to Reaven.
Shout out to Reaven. All love to Reaven. We still here to hold it down. We also got a special guest. Homie came through, show some love to the podcast. Before we even get into it, man, what you been up to, bro? What you been up to, cuz?
You know, just making music, chilling, taking care of my son.
Yeah.
Podcasts.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Getting more ideas. You know, just innovating. Just, you know,
dope.
cooking up. Cooking up.
Cooking. We definitely got some stuff cooking up. I'm actually also waiting for a verse for you. I dropped like a snippet for the song Setup.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? It was something really, really passionate from the heart. I just went to the booth. I just had to put it straight online because the people had to hear it. More than getting the music out, the people needed to hear it. Wraith is someone that's supposed to be on the song. What's good? Let's go with the verse.
The verse is coming.
It's coming? Right now, the snippet is out. If you go to Instagram, at The Real K to Don, Facebook, the snippet is out. I'll give you a little sample. I know he about to come through and flex and just, you know, drop some jewels and some keys, man.
It's about to be litty.
It's litty, man. It's more than music. The music that we're creating is, man, life-changing. That's how we try to keep it, how we got to do it. So something that's kind of really been touching me, you know, with the protest, something I want to speak up about. I talked about a little bit on the setup. I just feel like what's kind of going on with the riots, people's imagery and stuff like that. Now, something that I've been seeing a lot, which kind of drives me crazy, is the phrase "all life matters," right?
Yeah.
People will come and be like, "All life matters." What's wrong with everyone? We can't say one race matters. We have to say all lives matters. Why can't you guys see that? There's something wrong with you if you don't understand all lives matters. Well, here's the problem with that. Black Lives Matters does not mean all lives doesn't matters. Black Lives Matters was created because out of all the lives, this group, if you look at the numbers and statistics, have been targeted when it comes to jail, when it comes to being killed, when it comes to not having the finances to be successful or being in that position. They need help. This is a group of people that have been targeted, and we're saying out of all the lives that are going on, this group of people need special attention. So that's what we're saying Black Lives Matter. So if we're saying this group of people need special attention, and you're coming around saying everyone needs attention, how could you not see that, not understand that? That people are looking at you crazy, not understand that people are hurt by that. Because people are getting killed. People are being targeted. This is what we're talking about, lives. So if someone is on fire and they're like, hey, can you help me put this person on fire? And you're like, well, all people matter, not just the person on fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If your mom is on her deathbed in the hospital and your friend is okay and your mom is calling you and you're going to talk about, well, all lives matter. My friend lives matters too.
Of course, we know that, you know, all lives matter, but right now, black lives are being targeted, and that's sort of like a selfish way of thinking, because if there's like a row of houses, and you see one that's really on fire, and you just walk past it, you're just like, well, you know, that house might be getting on fire, and like, you know, might go on fire in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna just wait at this house right here while this house just burns down to the ground. Like, come on. You know, that's a selfish way of thinking. And, you know, we shouldn't be thinking like that. You know, the people that are thinking all lives matter shouldn't be thinking like that right now. Because right now, black people are being targeted, you know, by the system right now. And it's been like that for a while now.
So understand that Black Lives Matters means all lives matters. Black people, minorities need special attention because they're being targeted.
And it's not like black people are saying only Black Lives Matter.
Nah.
This is what people are not understanding.
Yeah.
It's not like people is walking around with signs saying only Black Lives Matter, forget about every other race. Nah, it's a dub. No, Black Lives Matter right now, because we are the ones that are being targeted.
Exactly.
Period.
So I got a question for you. So out of the people that are saying all lives matters and all that stuff, do you think they're racist, or do you think they're just uneducated?
Uneducated.
Okay.
Uneducated. I think a small percentage could be racism, but I just feel like people don't really look at the numbers and don't really, you know, dig deep into, you know, the history and things of that nature. And I just feel like people are just going off of what everybody else is saying instead of doing your own research. It's okay to have your own opinion.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
That's what I think it is. That's what I think.
No, definitely. You know, and honestly, it's crazy you say that because I do feel most of the people that are saying all lives matters, I don't feel like they're intentionally being racist. I feel like they don't understand, and what they're doing is doing more hurt, and they're hurting the people that have been hurt. So that's why it's kind of really important to release this message to you guys. I hope you understand it. You know, like I remember 2007, especially with reggaeton with super pop, everybody was like Boricua. Now what if someone's coming white power, black power, because you're doing Boricua? Like, you can't disrespect. They doing their heritage, their culture. Like, show some love. Like, let them do their Boricua thing. You don't have to be like white, black, this and that. We don't have to do that every time somebody comes and does something. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, you know what I mean?
For real. Nah, I feel that.
You know, you be super real, man. But
definitely,
real talk, it's the setup, man. We can't stress it enough. Once we get this verse in, we could actually really go through it.
It's a huge setup.
Yeah.
It's a huge setup. You got people that are being interjected into these groups that's starting a riot, that's putting a battery pack in our people and making us look like the culprit when that is not the case. That's what I mean when I say people need to do their research and really understand what's going on.
And why did they want to make us look like the culprit? What is the goal for them to get inside these protests and turn into a riot? What are their goals with that?
They want to eliminate us. Simple.
It gives them a reason to shoot us. Yep. Gives them reasons to put us in jail. It gives reasons to take away freedoms. It gives reasons to not listen to your demands or even be heard. And it helps them destroy our communities by letting us do it ourselves. One person leads it that's not from the community, and then we just get the rest of the people in the community to destroy it. You know what I'm saying? It's not right.
I seen a video where it was like a white person with a mask on tagging up, saying "F the police," and a dark skinned lady was recording and was like, "Hey, like we not doing that. We're peacefully protesting. This is not what we doing. We're not trying to graffiti up places. We're not trying to send a message like that. We're just trying to peacefully protest and get our message across that way."
Definitely.
Period.
100%. Man, and you know, and just kind of getting a little deeper with the topic, and also using music. That's kind of our platform. God bless us with the gift of music, so we use music to really reach out to you. We can communicate. That's why we put in this podcast together. The goal of this podcast is to show you behind the scenes of the industry. This is how you could come up. All together, let's come up. You see, from the first episode, look different to now, to building. We're getting the image right. So I'm going to use my brand, he's using his brand, and we're going to experiment for the world to kind of show y'all what it takes to build, because everyone's always like, oh, you got to have the perfect brand, got to be this way and that. We're going to build together, show you the truth, because no one comes out perfect. With that being said, do want to show some love for another up-and-coming artist, man. Definitely want to get his thoughts on the state of music, what's going on with these protests and stuff right now. He goes by BP, Brandon Payne. Man, shout out Brandon Payne, man. Show some love on this podcast.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Definitely. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Black is beautiful. We gotta push that message out to each other. You know, we gotta stop hating on each other. We gotta start pushing goals, pushing aspirations, pushing dreams, and showing that we're worth something. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we say Black Lives Matter, they've always mattered. You know, we are part of history. We're part of this history. America, it was built on our backs. You know, and it's, you know, scientifically, historically proven. Of this, you know, so you're not gonna trick us out of our spot and, you know, trick us into emotions for, you know, your gain or your political gain or your monetary gain. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start showing that we could come together, and I appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, you know, you're definitely an artist. I see doing this thing. You stay on your grind consistently, and you see this industry easy. You do what it takes. You consistently, you're on Instagram, you're doing your videos. Congrats, you just had a baby. You still out there grinding, putting it up.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Shout out to the dads, you know what I'm saying? I'm joining y'all later in a few years.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
You know, we gotta stand proud of that. You know, they try to. That's another statistic.
You know, shout out to the Black fathers. I'm throwing in a clap sound right there. This is all coming in post production, but we got claps for the Black fathers. A lot of screaming. Yeah. It's going down. Sound effects crazy. Bombs coming. Yep. It's all going down. It's all going down. Now, so definitely want to kind of get your thoughts and your opinion on the state of kind of what happened with George Floyd and the protests versus the riots. Now, what is your view on the protests and the riots that have been taking place?
I mean, it's clear, you know, we're enraged. Our communities are on fire right now, you know what I'm saying? And many other communities across America, just because this was the last straw. It was just like, this was what kind of broke us down and started making us realize that this isn't going to change if we don't do something. You know what I'm saying? It was like a light. It's like the old cartoons when they had the light bulb in the head.
Yep.
It was just like that for everybody, and we just snapped, you know? But it's a human response. It's not just a black or white or, you know, whatever culture, nationality. If you're purple, orange, whatever you are, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a human thing, you know what I'm saying? And we got to start making it a human thing. Like, when we see another person that's not a threat, he clearly wasn't a threat, you know, they had him subdued, and to see him lose his life just off the, you know, hate and bigotry of someone else, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just hate me, you don't even know me. And in that case, they actually did know each other, so it made it worse, you know? Because it's like it's premeditated. Who would have known that, you know, maybe if he said, you know, something when they were security guards or something like that, maybe, you know, back in the day, like, if I see you again, it's over for you. Who knows?
The situation definitely could have been handled differently with that arrest.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's not acceptable.
Yeah, for him to be cuffed and his knee to be on his neck like that.
It's not acceptable.
But okay, so my question, and this is kind of a big question, but it's a question that I feel like needs to be asked, and I want to kind of know what the answer is. What with all these protests and the movements, what are we asking for? Is there a clear thing that we're asking or we're doing, or we just out there in the streets? What's happening?
So I often debate this with my friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have these, like, you know, during sessions, during whatever, you know, when we get together. And my whole view on it is we need economic change, you know what I'm saying? Like, too many of us have been plagued from decisions made hundreds of years, you know, before us. You know what I'm saying? And it's a cause and effect kind of thing. It's a reaction to something, you know? And we got to start understanding that there were powers that be that destroyed us any chance we got. Any chance we got to break
Black
out
Wall
of the
Street.
hypnosis.
Black Wall Street. Look that up. Black Wall Street.
Yeah, straight up. So it's just like, you can't look down on me because you're a part of the problem. You see how people, you know, are quick to say, oh, the looters and this, that, and the third. Well, I mean, you've been looting from us for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
400, you looting human bodies.
Yeah, and then that's the thing, like, it's something that continues, and I feel like, I don't know, like, more now than ever, I feel like we don't have the same black leadership as before, like, in the past. So I feel like even as we're marching, as we're standing up and we're protesting, I feel like there's no clear demand of what we're asking. I think we're saying that we're tired of this happening to our people, but more than saying that we're tired, because we've been saying that we're tired for a while and we know that we're tired, I think we need concise goals and demands. This is what needs to happen. You know, whether it be, hey, the government, you want to get voted into office? Well, you need to drop a bill that is going to help us get loans to start our business in our neighborhoods so we can start owning businesses in our neighborhoods. Because if you look in our neighborhoods, we don't own the businesses. So, and whether it be through passing laws or doing it this way or getting these type of jobs or encouraging people in the hood, yo, go be a lawyer, go be a doctor, get money this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to encourage each other and push each other, especially as black people as a group.
True.
You know what I'm saying? All races, we need to do that. But as I said, this is a group that has been targeted and needs a little extra help, and we need to get together.
I feel like now is the time to actually do that because everybody's together right now. Everybody is in unity right now, so now is actually the time to push for a precise goal that's gonna benefit everybody. Definitely. And, you know, and not just like you said, just march for no reason, because that can't be it. You can't do all this work for nothing. Definitely. Something has to come out of it that's gonna benefit us.
For real. And yo, honestly, in the comment section, drop some comments and let us know what you think. what are the things that we need to ask for? What are the change that needs to happen? What do we need to do? Because we need to start putting these ideas out. We need to start organizing, and we need to start executing. So let us know in the comment section. I do want to thank you guys for, tuning in to this episode, very special episode. Once again, all love to Reaven out there on his retreat out there doing everything, getting his mind right, all love. Before we go, do want to shout out the music. We all do music here, so I want to know what y'all got in the works, what y'all got out, what's going on. Let's start with BP. You the guest right now. What's up? What you got going on?
So I got a lot going on, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got a lot
I know you do.
For 2020, 2021. And I just had a son, so, that's a part of the inspiration as well.
Yeah.
But it's also what's going on. And I've always had this mission, like, my name and my stage name, BP, it comes from my middle name, you know what I'm saying, Brandon, and I wanted to relate to people, I wanted you to feel like you're part of my family, regardless of color, regardless of that, it's just all about a heart thing, energy kind of thing, you know what I'm saying, and pain is universal. Through pain you grow, through pain you empathize with one another, like, you have to go through pain to reach the success of life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even your muscles tear, you know what I'm saying? And I was saying that to you earlier,
Exactly.
Your muscles tear, so pain is a good thing, Sometimes pain is great, you know what I'm saying? And right now we're in pain, as a community, and I feel like I have that speech. I know how to talk and kind of portray that message. So that's what I'm doing with my next project. Like, I know we've been cooking up.
Yep.
So,
got everything in today.
Everybody here.
We got any time frames for any videos or projects dropping?
Oh, so nothing is gonna be released yet. Just coming soon. That kind of thing. I just want to put the work in.
What can we download now so we can put some royalties in your pocket and listen to some good music? What's up?
Straight up. So you could look up Brandon Payne, Ice Veins. It's on everything, so all platforms. And it's Brandon, so BRANDON PAIN. Pain. Ice Veins, is the single. I dropped that, not too long ago. Okay. It's a dope track, I hope you enjoy it, but sure. I got plenty more. I got a lot of things that I want to do.
Ice Veins, you know what? Man, make sure you send that on the outro. We're gonna put the Ice Veins. We're also gonna have links in the description to everyone's social media here.
Yes, sir.
Wraith, my guy over here, man. What you got cooking on? I know you got the YouTube thing, the music thing. So what's up?
YouTube thing. Got the music thing. Got a couple songs coming out featuring the Don. You already know what time it is. Basically just continue to push the envelope with my voice, with my music, and just I'm doing this to inspire people and to show people that you don't have to be afraid to do something. If you want to try something out, even if it don't work out, still try it. Don't be afraid to try, because once you start being afraid to try things, life becomes very hard for you. So, just continue to push that envelope, just continue to inspire kids, even adults, just try things, and, that's about it.
Definitely. Anytime you put 100%, no matter what it is, you're always going to see results. Even if you decide to do something different, putting your 100% into something brought you a step further than where you used to be.
Thanks.
Man, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you check out the music. We got Nothing on Me. Nobody Has to Know on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify. Numbers is pretty good. It's a blessing. We do appreciate the support out there. Make sure you download that. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, K to Don. Make sure we got this podcast. We got a bunch of skits. And, of course, music, man. Music you got fun to, but music that also got a message. You know what I'm saying? We got a message. We got something to say. Man, why hate when you can love first? Love First podcast. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. Nobody has to know. 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 I fly you first class just to see the ass twirl.
Nobody has to know. We got on private shows.
Banging on that booty like a bongo, like we in the Congo. Had to fly you out over to me.